I don't want to keep going negative, but and this is the problem we've got in a minute. Martin Odegaard is just off form. He's just completely gone off form.
Lee, sorry, can I cut you again there, Lee? Sorry, I keep cutting you, Lee. But now isn't the time. But there needs to be I think about our whole midfield. But there needs to be a chat we need to have about Martin Odegaard at some point towards the back end of the season, because I wonder, is he just a really poor run, or is there a reality that we may potentially need to face that he just isn't the guy? I'm not saying that is how I feel. I love Odegaard. He's a wizard, right? But the reality might be that he's a nice, cute guy, but he isn't the guy. And again, I'm looking at Liverpool's team. They've got players that just they're the guy. They've got 3 or 4 guys in that squad that you're like, yeah. I wonder if Odegaard is nice and cute, but actually, if we're being ruthless,
I think in defense of him first, I think what Arteta's done to the structure and the instructions of the squad over the last couple of years has had an impact on every attacking player in some way, shape, or form. And I think Odegaard's he's had a big impact there. Secondly, I think now that creativity and goal scoring has become a major problem for us. We look at the number 10 position as a position all for that. I think his attributes suit a number 8. You know, I think we've needed another creative midfielder for a long time. You know, I wish it was a Musiala or a Wirtz, but yeah, I know this club. I'd be dreaming by saying those names. I know Musiala signed a contract or whatever, but you know, we've been crying out for that. But you see what I saw when Trossard's running down the left, and you're the only person near him, and you decide to run all the way past 3 other West Ham players, putting 4 West Ham players in between you and Trossard. I've never seen stupidity like that on the football pitch since maybe I can't even tell you another moment I've seen that.
I've watched that. I'm going to stick up for him a little bit on this. Right?
You might say because people might have said to you, Lee, but the goal the other day that Marino scored, it was it was a very, very different circumstance.
No. I'm gonna. You might not think I'm silly in it. I actually felt that he done that run to try and get him one-on-one, make it one-on-one. If
that's one I heard. Like, how many times you seen?
I don't know. I don't know why he done it. I look at it and I can see why it's bad, but I do look at it from a point of view is if he stays on that run or gets close to him, they can get close to him. If he can take one of those defenders away, it makes him give a little bit more space for a one.
He was basically through on goalie. How do you go from through on goal?
I don't know if he was, sir. I think it was a. I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I think the defender would have cut out the ball. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying that's why I think that he done that run. I think that if you can open it, take one of them away, he's got the ability to go on one-on-one. I don't know. You'd have to ask him on that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say.
I don't think he knows what happened.
Well, you know,
he malfunctioned.
I don't think it is as bad as what everybody's been making out of it. I will say this on him, like, you know, two things where I will give him a little bit of credit in the bank. I think the injury at the beginning of this season is a big thing. If you've ever had an injury like an ankle injury or a long-term injury, it can take you a very, very long. Even though you're fit, there's still a trust in it. Like I've seen him go down 6 or 7 times when he's been kicks on it and all that. I don't know if you've ever, you know, we've all played football, we've all had injuries. If you get like an injury, guarantee, like, you know, if you got a bad toe or someone kicks you in that exact place in the game, it just happens. So I do think there's something on those lines. So I don't think he's been quite 100%. I don't know if he doesn't look the same player as well. Like, you know, I mean, like, he doesn't. He looks like he needs a good dinner inside him at times. I don't know what's gone on with him there. I think that may have something to do with it. Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? Like,
as soon as he came back from injury, his face looked really gaunt.
Yeah, he's not.
He lost a lot of weight in his face.
Yeah, it's not a lot of, you know. Now listen, when you become a fit, you do lose a lot. You have a look at a lot of athletes; they always lose it in their face first. It's one of those things. I don't know. It just doesn't seem the same physique, same everything this season. So that's one thing in that. But he is so out of form at this moment in time. He shouldn't be playing, boys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm going to go in now. Like, he should be dropped. He should be left out. But he ain't got no one. Wanyeri could play that role. But then you can't put Wanyeri. You got to play Wanyeri out wide at this moment in time. He's got to play through it. And sometimes when you're playing that bad and things are not going well for you, you just need to be. Do you know what? Take a break, have a couple of games on the bench or something. We can't even do that, boys. We cannot even do that because we haven't got no one. Now there was talk about some kid from Norway coming in the January, so that never happened neither. That was like nailed on at one stage, wasn't it? Like a £10 million wonder kid or something. I don't know, but something's got to happen because he cannot carry on playing like he is at this moment in time. Everything's breaking down on him. His passing is atrocious. His touch, I think there's 3 times he could have gone through on goal at the weekend, but his touch lets him down. He's just playing bad, lads. And listen, we've all been there. We've all had bad little runs and things like that. One is you work your way through it. Sometimes you have all your better players come back and that makes you click. I don't know, but he's just he shouldn't be playing at this moment in time. He shouldn't be on current form because it's just not good enough.
If only we had a Portuguese wonder kid from a few years ago still in the squad. That didn't work out either. He's on loan somewhere else, isn't it? Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, we're fucked. That's ultimately it, people. 57 minutes in. That rounds up the first 57 minutes because
it's not been great, is it? Like, what's the positives? We've got a game on Wednesday. We can get 3 points.
Yeah, I'm interested to see you inevitably get positive comments, and I'm interested to see how this one swings for them. I can't really find the light for that crowd.
Listen, I think what you got, Wednesday's another day. I'm not looking forward to the game because I don't think we're good enough to win any game. I don't want to keep going negative, and this is the problem we've got in a minute. Martin Odegaard is just off form. He's just completely gone off form.
Lee, sorry, can I cut you again there, Lee? Sorry, I keep cutting you, Lee. But now is in the time. But there needs to be what I think about our whole midfield. But there needs to be a chat we need to have about Martin Odegaard at some point towards the back end of the season, because I wonder, is he just a really poor run, or is there a reality that we may potentially